Morning folks, just on the commute down to work. Got a 20-minute walk and then a train. Anyway, I thought I'd take this opportunity just to tell you about a new set of films which I've started to work on. I'm starting tomorrow in earnest. They're going to be called 21 Days and I'm going to be putting them on the Moss Home and Garden channel. Now it's no secret that I'm putting a bit of timber on and I need to lose some weight. So my 21 Days films are about 21 days of modified behaviour in relation to eating, drinking or exercise. I've started doing this because I went to put on some of my older t-shirts that I haven't worn for ages when I make the films. And when in the films they're baggy, when I put them on they're skin tight. So that's not a good sign. So I need to do something about it. So I'm going to do 21 days of different kinds of challenges. My first 21 days challenge, pretty straightforward. It's 21 days without meat and I'm going to start filming it tomorrow. Now those of you that watch my channel will know that I do love my meat. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge for me. But I'm determined to do it. I'm going to go pescatarian, 21 days pescatarian, which means I live a life of eating a vegetarian diet, but I can have fish as well. Remember, I'm doing it for health reasons, not for moral reasons. So there'll be one of these films going up on my channel every 4 or 5 weeks, hopefully, if I stick to it. And I'm going to see what impact it has on me, going 21 days by doing something differently. Right, that's the introduction. Start filming tomorrow. Catch you then. So the mission is to get t-shirts to fit properly. This one's just a bit on the tight side, as you can probably see. It should be baggy. I hate these things. It's not good news. It never is. So it's day one of no meat. Now I'm certainly not going to talk about and show you every single meal that I have because that will just be completely boring. But normally for breakfast I would probably choose to have a bacon sandwich, egg sandwich, bacon and egg, sausages, something like that. I like meaty breakfasts. Today, no meaty breakfast. In fact, I'm not even having a sandwich and I could have an egg sandwich. I'm just going to go for some toast. So it's homemade bread, the best kind. So 2 different kinds of hummus. This one's got chickpeas in it, big ones. Obviously I am aware what hummus is made of. Generous dollop and a bit of cucumber for decoration, why not? This one is a caramelised red onion hummus and I'm not kidding, it's the stuff that dreams are made of. Dollop it on, get that flavour in there because flavour's important. And just for your information, both hummuses, yellow sticker bargains, proper Yorkshire. The discount fridge at my local Tesco Express has always got hummus in it. Good for me. There you go. There's nought up with that. Lunchtime, and I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely starving. I think the lack of protein for breakfast has definitely had an impact on me. I feel a lot hungrier than I normally would do. It's quite an interesting one. I've got a bit of sea bass there. I had a sea bass at an Indian yesterday and that's the bit that's left. I couldn't finish it, so I've brought that home and I'm just cooking that through now. I've got in there, you can't tell, but there's some Mexican beans and I'm going to have a couple of eggs, why not? So I've got lots of protein going on now, so hopefully that will sustain my fullness and I won't feel so hungry later because I won't be eating for another 5 hours after this. So there's day one lunch. And yes, it's a bit of a funny combo. But importantly, there's a heck of a lot of flavour in here. It's all food that I like and it should keep me full. And that's what I'm wanting. Right, see you later. And that's day one dinner, which is half a butternut squash with some tuna mayo, which contains shallots and cherry tomatoes. Tons of flavour. Well, I have a weekly Wetherspoons breakfast and it's day 2 and that's fallen on my Wetherspoons breakfast day. And a vegetarian one it is. And tonight's dinner is a piece of salmon served on a bed of risotto rice with onions, mushrooms, carrot, broccoli and of course parmesan. That's a bit of mushroom sauce on top. So I'm just at Leeds station, so apologies for the background noise. But no meat alternative today is this no duck hoisin thing. Now I'm looking at the fats, saturated sugars and salt. And we're all in orange and green. I'm not quite sure if orange is bad or not so bad, but green sounds to be okay, or looks to be okay. So that was $3.35, but $4.99 as part of the meal deal with a drink and a snack. So just at Spoons, and it's not all so bad. Not eating meat. Mangalorean curry, bhaji samosa, rice, naan bread, and a couple of poppadoms. Oh yeah. And there's a lovely lunch of a tuna niswa salad prepared by my wonderful wife. So I know this pescatarianism is meant to be all about healthy eating, and it is, but I wouldn't be doing it right if I didn't have fish and chips, would I? So yeah, there is going to be at least one meal of fish and chips. And mushy peas. Got to have some green stuff on there. Well, I just thought I'd share this morning's non-meat breakfast. Salmon with scrambled eggs on a slice of toast, basil in the scrambled eggs, along with some courgette and cherry tomatoes. It's not all bad, actually. So another non-meaty breakfast with fish instead of meat. So this is mackerel on a slice of homemade toast with a poached egg. And then I've got a fried capsicum pepper and a couple of fried cherry tomatoes. I've got half the pepper there and the other half is over here for the missus. It's not been bad at all, to be quite honest. I'm doing just fine. Morning folks, I just thought I'd have a day 8 check-in with you, just to sort of talk to you through how it's gone so far this week without eating meat, and in all honesty, it's gone just fine. I've been totally okay with it. I'm glad I've got fish, and I'm glad I've got dairy, because without them, I think I probably would have struggled. But yeah, I've totally enjoyed the food that I've had. There's been no point this week where I've thought, oh, I can't have that. There has been the odd occasion where I've opened the fridge to think, all right, I'll get something to eat, and I've gone, no, you can't have that. Because there's been things like a pork pie in there and some bits of ham. But, you know, I've just sort of like got my head around the fact that I can't eat that, and I've been fine with it. So, yeah, going fine so far. I'm going to carry on. Got just under 2 weeks to go. So I'll give you a progress update in a few days' time. See you then.
That gentleman said he'd come from Leeds.
So a vegetarian breakfast in Spain. This is a mixture of hummus and aubergine and North African dishes with flatbread. Olives, looks amazing. So continuing the pescatarian theme, salmon on mashed potato with what looks like fish eggs, caviar and a bit of green stuff. Second night in Alicante. It's pizzas without meat and they look bloody good. So 21 days and I'm in Alicante and I've got veggie burger tonight, veggie burger with patatas. So no fish tonight, but vegetables. So last night in Spain, and it's vegetarian Indian food. So we've got a potato and chickpea starter on the left and good old onion bhaji's on the right. Sagaloo, fish curry and pilau rice. All good. Hey folks, I'm back with a day 14 update. So it's been 2 weeks now since I've eaten any meat and I'm getting on just fine. Now, this week that's just gone has been a little bit different because I've had a couple of days in Spain and that's meant eating out in restaurants nearly all the time and plus breakfast buffet in the hotel. Again, all without meat. I've had seafood, I've had nice food all around, to be quite honest, and I've enjoyed it. It's not been as healthy as it could have been, and that's always the case when you're eating out. So I'm still not sure, or I'm still not convinced of the health benefits weight-wise, but we'll see when it comes to the weigh-in in a week's time. But at this point, I just want to report that day 14, all going fine, and I'm going to carry on with it. So I'll catch you at the end of the 21-day challenge in a week's time. See you then. And day 14 dinner. I've made a mackerel biryani. It's different.
Might get a
And today's lunch is a mackerel in peanut butter satay sauce, served on a bed of noodles and stir-fried vegetables. Hot. Oh wow. That is flavour. Catch you later. So it's the penultimate day of my pescatarian journey. And I've made some seafood and vegetable pizzas on naan breads, you know, just because I'm improvising. Except the missus has bought low-fat cheese and it's not melted. However, I think it'll still be all right. Well, the cheese hasn't melted, but never mind. So if you can picture that with melted cheese all across, that's what it should have looked like. Never mind. Kept its integrity nicely. Look at the steam coming out of that though. Wow. It's day 21. It's the final day of my pescatarian challenge. And I've made a fish pie. Just like a shepherd's pie, but with fish. I'll show you. So here it is, bubbling away. So in the base of this tagine, there is a layer of spinach, followed by a layer of fish with some hard-boiled eggs in a nice sauce made from creme fraiche, milk, onions and cheese. On top is a bed of galette lyonnaise mashed potato, which contains fried onions and then some cheese on top. We've got a bit of leakage of the sauce through, but that's absolutely fine. But yeah, the last supper, pescatarian style. Right, I've got my nice big scoopy spoon, so let's get scooping and spooning. Ooh, it's got a good texture. You can feel the cheesy crispiness on top, and then it all gets nice and soft underneath. Classic fish pie. Anyway, as ever, the truth is in the tasting, and this is steamy blooming hot. Oh, that's lovely. Fishy, potatoey, fried oniony, cheesy, creamy. How many more words can I think of to describe it? Flipping gorgeous. This is a great last supper. So tomorrow is weigh day. See how I've got on. I'm not sure, to be honest. I've eaten out plenty of times, so that can't be that healthy. But we'll see. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Right, I'm going to go and enjoy this. I'll catch up with you tomorrow for weigh day and final reflections. See you then. Hey folks, it's day 22. 3 weeks of pescatarianism are over. Have I lost any weight though? Let's find out. Here goes nothing. Now it's a modest loss, but I'm 2 pounds lighter after 3 weeks of not eating meat. Now it's not been the healthiest of diets. I've had fish and chips, I've had pizzas, I've been eating out in restaurants, but undeniably, through doing nothing but substituting meat for fish or vegetarian food, I have lost 2 pounds in weight. I need to reflect on this. Okay folks, final reflections then on being 21 days pescatarian. First of all, let's talk about the weight loss. It's not much. 2 pounds is really nothing in terms of, like, when you think of the grand scheme of weight loss. 2 pounds over 3 weeks is really not that much. However, it's a sustainable figure to lose, I think, in that period of time. If I'd lost, say, 5 or 6 pounds, that probably wouldn't have been a sustainable amount. And there's no way I was going to lose that anyway, because I wasn't sacrificing the food I was eating, the enjoyment I was eating. It has never felt like I was on a diet, and that's the good thing about what I've done. Now let's put 2 pounds into context, okay? That is a bag of flour. It weighs 1 kilo. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds. So that's almost, and when I hold that, you know, that's quite substantial, actually. So it's nothing to be sniffed at. So in terms of discipline and struggle, it really hasn't been much of one, to be quite honest. I've felt quite fine about eating a pescatarian diet. Not eating meat has not bothered me. I think for the first few days, I had to be mindful not to go for a meaty option. Then after that, it's just become second nature. I am going to eat meat this week, but I can honestly say that I haven't missed it. There's been no point since I started where I've gone, oh, I wish I could have that. Oh, I wish I could have that. It just hasn't happened like that at all. I've been fine. I've adjusted mentally to it. And I think that's the biggest challenge, the mental adjustment. I got my head around protein very quickly, particularly breakfast. And that's been something which has been useful, because knowing that I'm going to get some protein at breakfast, whether it comes from eggs or from fish, has meant that I haven't been starving by lunchtime. And that's what you don't want to be, because if you're starving, you're more likely to want to pile loads of food in your mouth. And that's not a good thing to do either. So it's now day 22, and I could have gone, oh, I'm going to have a bacon sandwich now because I can do. But I haven't. I've actually had cream cheese and salmon on a bagel. Okay? I enjoy it. It's nice, and I never really realised how much I could enjoy that. But I actually am enjoying it. Now, I'm definitely going to have a bacon sandwich at some point this week. But I'm not reaching for it straight away, like thinking I've got to have a meaty breakfast. And I think the biggest learning curve for me about this 3 week experience has been that I don't need to eat meat with every meal. And I'd fallen down the rabbit hole of eating meat 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch and dinner. I was also snacking on meaty bits in the fridge. Like, you go to the fridge, you open the door to get the milk out to make a cup of tea. Oh, there's a packet of ham there, I'll nick a slice. I haven't been doing that, and that's actually been a positive. I've been snacking less because there just hasn't been stuff there. I don't bother getting the cheese out to cut a lump of cheese off because that's too much hassle. Okay, it's a convenience thing to just be able to snack on things, and they've not been there, those snacky things. So that's been a good thing. It's been a positive. So where do I go from here? Well, this week, I'm just going to have a normal diet, okay? At the end of this week, I'm going to weigh myself again, and then I'm going to do a new 21 days, and my next 21 days challenge is going to take it one step further. I'm going to go 21 days vegetarian and see how I get on. So no fish this time, but I can still have dairy, etc. That film will be coming out in about a month's time, maybe a little bit more. And I just want to point out to you, in terms of the film release schedule, the films that I release are often filmed months ago, but I stagger them. so it's not all the same thing coming out all the same time. So if you do see any meaty films around the release of this one, please bear in mind that it's not been made during the 21 days that I've been doing this pescatarian challenge. Right, I'm done. I've finished talking. I've enjoyed the challenge. It's been interesting to do it. It's provided me for some food for thought, there's a pun, and some reflection, okay? I'll catch you on the next film, whatever that may be. The film that you've just watched is a Moss Home and Garden production. You can find more by going to www.mosshomeandgarden.co.uk. I'd just like to say thank you very much for supporting my YouTube channel and for watching my films. It really is very much appreciated. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to receive future updates about the home and garden films which I upload. You can find my YouTube channel by going to www.mosshomeandgarden.co.uk. Please click on the red subscribe button. When you've done that, a little bell will appear. If you press that also, then you'll get future updates about the films which I upload. If you like my films, if you like my style of filming, then you might also like my travel channel, which you will find by going to youtube.com/Stuart Moss or type in www.mosstravel.tv. Again, if you could subscribe to that channel, it would be hugely appreciated. If you'd like to get Moss Home and Garden updates on Facebook, then please open Facebook and do a search for Moss Home and Garden, and you will find the page. If you like the page, then you will get future updates on there. And if you'd like to connect on Instagram for home, garden and travel photography, as well as some stories, then my username is StuMoss, STUMOSS. If you'd like to connect on Twitter, then my username is @StuartMoss. And if you'd like to contact me about film usage or any other issue, please just email me on stewmosshomegarden@gmail.com. Once again, thank you very much for supporting my channel, for watching my films. I do appreciate it. I'd just like you all to have a great day.